a live here. Let me go back to what our topic is today. We're doing free English, free-to-air satellite TV 2026 live list and exploration. So we're just going to go through the channels that are available that are free in the clear on the big C-band satellite dish and also the KU-band dishes. Though if you have one of these dishes that look like one of these, a C-band dish, or maybe even one of these Shaw Direct dishes, which are amazing for like being able to pick up Galaxy 19 and 101 West on one dish. These things are great, and I found these on the end of a curb somewhere where you can find them. Yeah, just what we're going to focus on today is that hopefully my audio is coming through. We have a chat here. Shout out to the chat. You can ask some questions. What I'm going to do today, we're going to go through all the channels that are available. We'll have a look at that, and then we'll do an open Q&A. I know I got a blur in my face here. Linux default settings sometimes has a little glitches in it. All right, so let's start with, I'm going to just go through the listings over on Linksat. There's two websites where you can find what's available on satellite, and they do a really good job reporting it. There's Linksat, and then there also is a tvrosat.org, which also does that really well. But I'm just going to have a quick look. So you can go here, and you just open up a tab for the satellite that you're interested in, see if there's what channels are available on it. I'll just right click that and open that in that tab. And you just look to see if there's anything with the in the clear. I clicked on a satellite that has all subscriptions, but yeah. So anyway, how did I get to that satellite in this? I don't know. So the first satellite I'd like to look at is Galaxy 19, where it's a channel or a satellite that we always refer to when we're looking at free and available channels. So it has several Spanish channels. It does have, and I did. Oh, it's encrypted now, CBC Toronto. I think it was open before. So another thing you got to watch out for is this tab here, whether it says FTA or it might say PowerView, or this one might have had Niagara Vision, or it might say, what's the other encryption they have? DigiCipher. So if it has that written on the side, that, or if you scan it in and there's like a $ on your satellite receiver, that's usually an indication that channels are encrypted. Now, sometimes channels scan in with the $ and say that they're encrypted, but you go to that and it's opened up for whatever reason. I don't know why, but there's sometimes there's that little trick in the true free-to-air hobby where the channels are just opened up like that. Sorry about the chat right now. I'm just not looking at that right now. I will get to the chat in just between satellites. I just wanted to go through what's available. So there's CBC Toronto, the French version, but yeah, according to this, it is no longer in the clear. Some more Spanish channels right here. Can I zoom in? I guess I could control plus this. Here we go. Make that a little bit bigger for us to see here. Oh yeah, another thing. Let's go to like some channels for the KU band. Now C-band will have about a frequency that looks like this. It will be 4,140. That's what you'll enter into your receiver, and then you got to enter your symbol rate. Most receivers you don't need to enter your FEC. Some do. Depends on what you have. A lot of the modern, newer ones, you don't have to bother with that. You just enter a transponder, and you do a scan, and it scans the channels. You can also find channels if you do a blind scan, and you don't have to do all that. But depending on your receiver, sometimes a harder to pick up satellite channel, you can do that through this. Yeah, so there's that. You know, I'm just gonna have a quick look at our chat here. Hey, how's it good? Good morning. Good morning, Robbie from Snowman and so hey, how's it going? Can you hear me? Just press 1 if you can hear me. Got 16 people on here, and you know what? I'm just gonna make this do. Does that work? Possibly. Do. Oh yeah. We already got multiple windows going here. Perfect. All right, maybe I could swap these. Maybe. There we go, and go to the OBS. There we go. Okay, I can see what I'm doing here a little bit better. So what we have on Galaxy 19, now that I'm looking over at it, you got these pretty much mainstays that have been there for a long time. You have the Hope Channel North America, Daystar. I'm just going to stick with Linksat today because I don't want to hop between different sites because you get a different perspective. And maybe they might be channels that are reported over on TV Eurosat that are not on Linksat. TVGE International, I'm not sure what that is. But if you want to know what it is, for example, a lot of the great thing about this website is you can open up to the shows like the footprint of the satellite and the reach. And I think it might be reaching multiple satellites. But you can go to their website. And usually, I'm going to click English, and you can watch live. And there's the video there. So there's the video there. So really cool thing to know about this website is you'll find like a ton of channels like international programming. And usually these are special interest channels. So like when you click on that, the way I just did, you could find their website and listen to them or view them through the stream. So there's LLBN World, and I don't know what that is. City Life Radio, KLBN, and there is this Kossuth Radio, the Overcomer. He's still on the air. I guess he's on shortwave. Brother Star. He's on shortwave. He's on satellite. Radio Liberate, Live Talk Radio, and Live Talk Translate. All right, so those are these lower, not so bold font City Life Radio. These are all radio. Anything with this lower font here, that's just indicating it's radio here. There's feeds, which you could do a blind scan on Galaxy 19. You might find like sports feeds at times. You just kind of have to keep searching. So here we got on transponder 1196.6 horizontal. We have this channel here, and there's the symbol right. Saba World Promo, Press TV, HipSat, and iFilm English. iFilm English is like a like an Iranian movie channel, but it's like all in Aramaic channels. I think you can find their schedule and watch their content through their website. Everyone has a website. Remember websites? That's where you go to check that out. Moving it along here. More feeds here. This 12028 horizontal satellite has TRT Turk, Supreme Master Bible Explanations, Big Bog, Greater Life, Silkway, It Is Written, TV, Tran, Angel TV, TVR, Salvation, Ruta, CTV, 3A in English, Amazing Facts and Amazing Discoveries, First Light, and however you say that thing there. CJTL radio and the 3ABN radio channels are at the bottom. Lots of religious stuff on Galaxy 19. There's a few gems on there though, and then they usually come and go. We just lost the news channel on there. Another one that carries global class content has Al Mayadeen TV, EEE, IBN TV. I'm not sorry if I'm butchering the language here. This one here, TBN USA, TBM and Aspire, Pause It, Viv, Pause. I don't know how you pronounce it. Pause, I used to think was a great idea, but every time I put positive TV, whenever I put that on, it's an infomercial. But I'm also like, I watch TV weekends, early mornings, you know, like that's when I put the TV on and I flip through channels to find something to watch, and I see infomercials. Has anyone ever seen any movies on Posse TV, or is it all infomercials now? I haven't really. Every time I put it on, it's an infomercial, long form commercial. We also, I don't want to go digging too much in the past, but this was the transponder that used to have Smile of a Child, which was one of the channels I really enjoyed. I just put that on for my kids at times. But yeah, it's no longer there. WRN English, North American and American Asia, Radio Mega, Republic Broadcasting Network, RBN, call-in radio stations like that. WWCR and Radio Congo are available on satellite, which is a fun thing with the radio, because you could get a lot of news and talk radio through that's just on Galaxy 19. There's CCTV, which is the Chinese government station. There's, I guess it's GCTV, and they're 24-hour news channel from China. That's the one thing about free satellite TV, is there is so much free content. So there's like, I think it might be their feed. I don't want to go too long, so I don't get a hit on my channel or anything like that. So there's CCTV, there's a documentary channel, and French and Spanish channel. And for my French friends out there, there's not a whole lot of French channels on satellite. That's the funny thing. In Canada, growing up, we would have like half the over-the-air channels were French and half were English, because there wasn't too many channels in Canada. So on 12146, we have Palestine TV. There's Omar, Sudan, Jordan TV, KTV Al Akbar. There used to be KTV Sports, but I don't see it on here, which I actually would tune in sometimes because they had TNA, WWE, wrestling years ago. I haven't seen that in a few years now. Hey, the Patricks are in here. How's it going? And Jonathan and Snowman, how's it going? Yeah, just doing a rundown of the channels today. I don't even know. There's Saudi TV, but a few Saudi Arabian channels. A lot of apartment buildings in Ottawa. I used to see that, like tons of KU band satellite dishes on the balconies, even though the lease wouldn't let me have a dish on the balcony. Let Iran Impact USA. Isn't that a Russian channel? I don't know. I flip through these sometimes and we'll have like a look at what's going on in that. I'm just kind of cautious because of copyright on YouTube. Other sites I could stream that and do that, and I thought of doing that. I have, but then no one comes to those alternative sites, so so yeah, Muslim Network, and then there's Global Star, Jeddah Radio, Saudi Radio, and there's one more Intelsat, which has like Quadar TV, MTA, World Poker TV, Wild TV, Galaxy Promo. Oh, and this thing's not up to date because I think Euronews is no longer available. That was one I would kind of flip through just to see what was going on. It was definitely Euronews. It was WEF propaganda. It didn't say anything, you know, you wouldn't expect from any other national media outlet. And that's Galaxy 19, and there is like a lot less channels on Galaxy 19 compared to what there used to be. But I'll still have like my where do I have my full screen? I think this is it. So this dish next to me, my Shaw Direct dish, is a great dish which I use for Galaxy 19, and I'll pick up, you know, the few channels. But it's the other side of that LNB that picks up 101 West, and I'm going to actually just skip to that right now because I'm actually watching 101 West more than I'm watching. We'll go through 99 West, but 101 West, which is like 9 degrees separated from Galaxy 19, because really all there is on this used to have a ton of channels too, but it's really winded down to just a few. On C-band, there's a shopping network and the Victory channel. Victory channel's on wasn't that on Galaxy? Maybe they're not on Galaxy 19 anymore. I don't. Are they? I don't know. Control F. VICT. No, they're not. Okay, they will be again, because that's the thing about satellite TV. Free satellite TVs, the channels come and go. I'm on program here. So, oh yeah, and because I'm on Galaxy 19, I want to go to TV. There we go. And I'll just verify myself here. Maybe while I'm looking at these, some of you may want to look along with me. You should give a shout out in the chat if there is a channel I am missing, because I could be missing a channel here. All right, here, I'm gonna throw this up for us to look at. So this is the other site where you can find channels. This is tvrosat.com. They're probably even better than some of the channels there. And I always go, like, they'll have like this recent thing here. Just I check that every couple of weeks to see if there's any new channels that have popped up. There's a few over on 55 West. But if you go to their satellite charts, I think it's the basic search. There, and it has like all the satellites here that you can. Let me zoom in on here. There we go. So it has all of the satellites there. So I think it's a bit better when it comes to being up to date. I just used to like go with Linksat, because Linksat, they covered more on the C-band side and didn't cover the KU band side as much. It's going to be slow for my live stream. So there you go. There's what it looks like with all the channels that are available on. They even give you like an indication of what kind of dish you would need to pick up the channels. It even lists the ABC channels. I am not even sure if they're available, these ABC feeds. Are they the 422? They are 422, which is a tricky thing, because it's a whole other video explaining what I do. But I'm able to tune in 422, but you have to have a receiver that streams to VLC on a computer over your network. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain to do that. There's Daystar, and is there Victory Channel? Like, there's channels I thought I saw, but they could be off. See, this one's more up to date, where it has the Euro News channel is no longer listed here. Anyway, we're just going through like a rough idea of what channels are available. So yeah, we're back to, sorry, went on a rant there. Back to 99 West. I do have a motorized KU band dish, so it's a lot of fun. Apparently Montana PBS is still listed there for 99. Family Radio, are they still on the air? Looks like they're back from, this is new. Thought he died. He was the guy that said the rapture, the Bible guarantees it. He was that guy. And not Stare. He was what's his name? Maybe this is a different outfit. Anyway, whatever. We're not going to get into that. So looking at 101 West, did I go through the? Oh yeah, I didn't mention the PBS channels. Oh yeah, PBS channels are available on. This is actually one for just having a satellite parked on it. For Galaxy 16, it had all the PBS channels. It had PBS East, West, PBS Kids, Create, the World Channel, and DirecTV and all that. So yeah, I just want to go through the three main satellites, and then there's 87 West, which is a little further off, that has PBS channels as well. So if you can't pick up PBS on like all the channels on Galaxy 16, you can pick up some of them over on SES2 on 87 West, if that makes sense. All right, so that's there's a direct TV feed, and that's encrypted. So SCS1. I haven't been looking at the chat between here. Daystar, bunch of Daystars on there, bunch of encrypted channels on C-band. There's a jewelry shopping channel, which like a bunch of multiple feeds. Say, well, I don't want to see this, but definitely this is a handy one to look at if you're aiming your dish, and it has a powerful transponder, so it's a good, transponder to lock on. Now, one that is really disappointing to me is this one here, where these are all the channels I for years my C-band dish. I got years and years of enjoyment on C-band because it had pretty much all these channels, which is the my head in the way there. The Weagle Broadcasting, MeTV, Heroes and Icons, and Start TV, movies, Catchy Comedy. I've never actually, I don't even remember ever seeing Catchy Comedy yet, because movies, which is a movie channel, and I think you can pick it up if you have a 10-footer. My 7-footer is not quite able to lock it. I might have the wind actually knocked my dish out of alignment, so it could be botched that way. Are you able to pick up MeTV, the MeTV channels on your satellite dish? I'd like to hear that if you are. Unfortunately for me, because I used to want always, the smallest dish I could possibly get to pick up the most amount of channels. But looks like I need to, I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, but my dream is to have a 10, 12, and an 8-footer in my yard. That would be my ultimate dream someday, if I win the lottery or something like that. And I could just have the real estate. Dabble is on there. MeTV Tunes. I'll read through this. So if you have a big enough dish, Heroes and Icons, which is, can you watch that on do they stream it online? Shows, stories. I don't think they would. Where to watch? Just tells you where you can watch it, but doesn't show this schedule. Just because this is a good channel. I love this channel. And I'm kind of disappointed I can't get Heroes and Icons. That would be a go-to channel for me. There's movies, which is an MGM. Shows some of the older classic movies. But there's commercials. It's like an over-the-air movie channel. That's sort of the thing you'll see with over-the-air movie channels. There's a West channel, MeTV Tunes, and Start TV, MeTV Tunes. I'm going to check the chat out here just a second here. Educational media, AFR music, and oh yeah, this is the KU band stuff. So there's some radio stations over at 101 for KU band. I don't know if you need a special. I don't really go into these too much. I think these ones I could pick up, but I don't really. It's all music, so I don't go through that. Now this transponder here. Oh yeah, it has all the. So 12,000 vertical and 20,000 FEC. It does have News Nation and NHK Japan, SBN, Newsmax, Movie Plus Promo, which is just basically like a pay-per-view promo channel, Reach TV Taiwan, and a Microspace promotional channel. Although for the news channels, I'm glad to have these because I'm able at night a lot of the time just to flip to News Nation, which I feel, I don't know, I know it'll be arguably where they stand politically, whether they're right or left. I guess they kind of promote themselves as being more centrist in the news. They have former CNN and Fox News personalities. Anyway, that's one of my go-tos on satellite for would be News Nation. I am going to let's take a look at our chat here. Sorry, I've been focusing on that. We'll take a TV. Oh, I might botch that. Okay, I'll make that big. I'm looking at my OBS and why is my chat gone? All right, and maybe I gotta leave that like that. Here, I'll take OBS and botch that and go back. Here. Here we go. There we go. There we got the chat here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go bigger here so I can see what I'm doing. There is, Snowman says that there is movies on Posy. Yeah, just whenever I put it on, it's like long commercials, right? And I think there is infomercials in the morning. Patrick says the French channels are dead, mostly because of the pre-digital days on C-band. Brady Giles says he's watching me on his big TV. That's interesting that there still is MPEG-2 channels, but it's DVB-C, so old ViewSat receivers won't work. DVB? You mean DVB-S2? Yeah. So I got people like, does anyone know where I can get an old vintage? I need an MPEG-2 receiver. I'm like, well, most receivers are MPEG-2, and they're H.265. You know, they'll work basically any digital format. I don't know. People want weird things that I don't understand. People are like, why won't they just go back to using analog? Or I'm like, because their digital's better. You can fit more channels in digital channels. Like you technically maybe fit like 48 medium high definition 720p channels, where one standard definition analog channel may have fit at one point. Let me see here. What was the other question? Where were? Can't get World Poker TV. I thought I saw that on there the other day. Hey, Robbie, your feed horn is too much outside of the ring of your bud in the video behind. It looks that way, but it's that's the cover. Can't talk about 422 MP4 SD. Wow, that's cheap on the bandwidth. Yeah, you'll see channels that'll do that, where they'll have like it'll be like H.265 and it will be 422 because or sorry, not 422, but MPEG-4, because it can compress a lot of channel. Like you can stream a channel like a lower bit rate. And you might even notice that if you make it expand it on a big TV. I do. Patrick says I do have a bunch of those receivers, referring to the old MPEG-2 receivers. I have a few of them kicking around, and I don't know what. I think I got to just get rid of them and electronics recycling them, because now I found a use for them for the radio listening, because I had an old MPEG-2 receiver and I kept it by my bed. No monitor hooked up to it, but I just had headphones hooked up to it, and I would listen to radio at night. So I did find a use for them. Analog sats were easier to fine tune. Yeah, things are a little trickier now, but it's still. When I was younger, I bought a VIC-20 and a C128 and a A1000, sold off the 128 and the A200. So I recovered some of my investment from your Amiga. Yeah, I still have an Amiga, but it has like the memory went bad on it, so it's like Emulation. Amiga AUM is the way I go now. Don Satman 2273. What receiver do you need to get Havoc? I guess any modern day receiver that you could find on eBay. I don't know if I can have a quick look on eBay here just to see if I can. Stuff will pop up. So TVB2. Here, let's. So I just did a quick search on eBay. Let me just quickly grab my OBS. I need like 3 monitors sometimes, but I don't have that. So I just had a quick search on eBay. There's like a few. That's a good price though, for a. Are these Android? New low price. I don't have a affiliate link. I do have affiliate links, but who cares? Whatever. Go to eBay. I haven't tried. Patrick North Coaster has done a review on one of these Co-Kit satellite receivers. Oh, that's like cranked up in price. They have them for like $20 at times. Oh, and one thing I found out, just a heads up to the people in the satellite community. I don't see one here, but I bought one. I got sent to do a review. I'll just say it was an Android TV. Or no, was it Android? No, a Google TV satellite receiver, and it had the worst user interface for a satellite TV I ever saw. So I'm not reviewing that product because it was so like a headache. I had to rescan every time I wanted channels, and it didn't show me a signal indication. I was very disappointed with that product. I haven't done a review on it. So it's almost like these inexpensive, cheapy. Maybe they'll die in a few years, but look at the price, $25, like for a satellite receiver on eBay. It's, just might be something to look into. Okay. All right, so we're talking. So I'll go back to the satellite chat there. So I think I covered 101, and we'll go through other satellites. There, I don't even think there's in the clear channels on this bird. They're used. Oh yeah, 103 has some in the clear channels. Or are they gone now? I couldn't. Oh, okay. There is the Ion networks. Just in the chat, if you are able to pick them up, I don't really go to Ion because all these channels I'm able to get with an antenna. So I don't really swing my dish over here to pick these up all the time. And even though I get them with the antenna, I don't really get them. One thing I want to know is Scripps News still available? Because I was thinking I should put my dish back over on 101 West so I can just flip between, I got News Nation, Newsmax, InfoWars, and then Scripps News. No Fox News, but like no Fox, maybe CNN. I'm not sure if CNN is still available. Sorry, I'm a news junkie. I like my news. So yeah, there's Balance, Grit, Court TV, Ion, East and West Laugh, Scripps. Grit's a good one. I do watch Grit sometimes. Weird thing is that Grit shows. Is it Grit or is it Heroes? Not the other Western channel shows The Postman, the Kevin Costner movie, The Postman. They show that a lot. And it was so badly reviewed, I never watched it for years. And then when I finally once saw The Postman, I really enjoyed The Postman. Court TV, Ion, Bounce, HSN, Game Show Central. Is that on there? Busted Promo, and okay. Oh, and the other channel, there's a bunch. What is the Game Show Network? Free Speech is kind of hidden in there in a rough of like a whack of channels, but you're able, like, that's another news channel. Not news, but it's more like it's talk radio. It's actually a left-leaning talk radio, like call-in talk shows. Like usually that's right-leaning stuff. Not to get political, but I'm just like saying, hey, it's out there. That you want to check that out. There's Free Speech TV, which is in the clear. There's a bunch of shopping channels. NTA International, Classic Arts. It's always been in there. And actually, Classic Arts there might be people who want to tune into that, because from what I understand is movie theaters will get like a feed from Classic Arts for certain events, right? And they'll go see like some Classic Arts event. Some more Spanish channels, and then there's more of the movie channels that are encrypted, and that's 103 West. There's nothing there. That's another 103.5, but there's nothing on that. Okay, SES 20. Okay, moving along to 105 West. Bunch of Spanish. I'm not gonna go. Bunch of Spanish channels. A bunch of encrypted channels, because they still use this like for cable and satellite relay. But some of these channels, it never hurts to like scan them in and then flip through to see if anything comes in the clear. There's NBC, which is Abyss, but I don't know. At times this stuff is coming in the clear for me, but I think they switch it. They open it up. That was the question we had for the Olympics, for the NBC coverage. Maybe they opened that up for the Olympics. Whoa, I missed a very important thing. I wonder if I can go back. I forgot to talk to you about the USA Network. Oh, Linksat doesn't have it. My big mouth might ruin this. But where is this? Yeah. USA Network is available, or was available, on 101. Or no. Yes. 101. Where is 101? There it is. So, was it for Olympics? And there is that Olympic channel. Was anyone able to watch the Olympics, or be able to watch the Olympics on 101 West? There is one of the channels there, the USA Network, and then there's that NBC Olympic channel. Oh, see, there's a thing where you got to go between the two sites, Linksat and TV Eurosat. TV Eurosat has this listed where sci-fi is in the clear. Don't let NBC know. They screwed up. Golf Channel, if they're still available. Maybe I should go by a TV Eurosat. I'll go by TV Eurosat for now. Yeah, because that's a big mistake right there. Because I know there's not really wrestling on there. I guess there is. NXT is available on the USA Network. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm going to skip along on the arc. Where should I go next on the satellite arc if I were to move west? I'll move east. We'll look at channels on the east. But yeah, this is a big deal, though. There's Sci-Fi and USA Network. And USA Network always has movies on the weekend and stuff. Commercials. It's cable. Yes, let's pay for cable. Cable is so much better than over the air, and then you get a bunch of ads. Golf Channel, Oxygen True Crime, E West, and NBC Universal, and USA, and Telemundo. Yeah. That's 101 West. I think we looked at that. Let's have a look at these satellites. I'm going to pop this up here on that. The Canadian satellites have, let's check in with the chat here. I'm going to squint my eyes here to read the chat. Patrick, the V9 is crap to me. Friend has it. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap. It does what you need it to. Does the V9 do what the UHD is? UHD is awesome because it has the GT share. the GT Share app. I've adjusted my dish outside. My motorized dish it was windy. It blew on the dish and moved it. Like everything was in line, but it blew the dish because it was like severe wind. And I don't have it concreted in the ground. I just have it sitting in the ground. So I just grabbed it, looked at my phone, turned it until I saw signal, and I had my signal back. Because I have all my dish, the elevation of the motorized dish all set up, good to go. I have had a few GT medias, and then the power supply just died on me. So after a year, I was using it to like run it all the time into my emulator. I mean, my ATSC modulator, not emulator, my modulator, and okay. I'm not going to acknowledge the political stuff. I don't want to, I already lost viewers, and well, who cares really, but the topic today's topic, where is that topic-y thing? The topic today is free English channels. We're going to stick to that. All right. GT Share didn't work for you. That's too bad. Okay, interesting. So GTB. That's one of the reasons why I like that, and they're cheaper than the Linux receivers. And unfortunately, I find they're harder to find. You can find them if you know where to look, but you might be buying used or whatever for the Linux-based satellite receivers, like the OpenATV boxes. Yeah. So anyway, can I go to my chat here? Just so I'm going to put a little highlight there where we left off. And I'll go to my OBS settings. Thank you so much for the people that have joined me today and sit through my reading with my dyslexia about satellites. So there's a legislative assembly of Nunavut, and the CBC feeds, which are 422, and if you do have a 422 capable receiver and you have a Shaw Direct dish aimed at the Shaw Direct satellites, you can unplug your Shaw receiver, plug it into one that will scan in that, and this will allow you, the little trick here is, and if you do have like a PC tuner satellite receiver card, you could probably pull in the 422 channels. And you can kind of watch the wild CBC feeds, which are kind of handy if there's like a Canadian news conference going on or live coverage of anything. It will be right there. It'll be right there. Okay. I watched that in a while. I should probably go back to that. But I find with a lot of stuff like this, you can find, like, if you want to find like feeds of what's happening live, you can actually find them on X or on YouTube, X, Rumble, YouTube, or maybe even Facebook. Facebook, though, is a little delayed, I always find, with news, because they make the choice not to allow you to share news on Facebook. Like, you still can do that, but I did not know about this, but according to TVRO Sat, the Al Jazeera International, owned by Al Gore. Does Al Gore still own that? The Al Jazeera America is in the clear on 110 West. And I think you might be able to even pick that up with one of those circular KU band Dish Direct TV. It says Dish here, either DirecTV or Dish. Sometimes you could plug a free-to-air receiver into where you had a Direct or Dish and get like one or two channels. It used to be like NASA. Broke my rule. Don't talk about the past. It's like dwell on all the past. 111.1 Anik F2 has a Northwest Territories legislative. I didn't see the Ontario legislative, because I live in Ontario, so I can watch our fearless leader, Premier Doug Ford, with the Ontario legislation. I haven't really followed that, like where you just actually sit and watch your legislation meetings. I think a lot of it is online now too. You can probably go to the government website and watch it if you really want to. Probably should sometimes, because I probably a better perspective of politics than sometimes listening to all these talking heads. When you just hear it from directly from the horse's mouth, but no. Anyway, any other satellites I should go to? Like, I know I'm going to go into the Mexican satellites. I don't think there's a ton of like on this part of the arc here. I'm gonna try to be very quick, not ramble on. That one didn't show anything. This doesn't show anything on 113 or 116. 123. All right. Okay, so I'm just looking at this same as you folks are. I haven't really looked at these satellites a whole lot because I haven't been doing like as much feed hunting as I once did before. There's Intel seats, NOAA weather data, English. A few of the X-Crypt channels. Possibly NXT feeds over here. I haven't been really following NXT. So anyway, but if you want to follow that, and lottery feeds, okay. So not a whole lot on 121. Used to be a lot more on this satellite. .116 or 117.7. So a bunch of Spanish channels. Just skipping through because the title of this video is English. NBA TV, which that's encrypted. Power View. More Spanish channels. Spanish, Portuguese, probably lots of Spanish and Portuguese channels. It is interesting though if you want to like flip through these. Like there is a ton of. Sometimes these Spanish channels too will have like Western programming. Maybe it might even have like an English audio channel. Retro TV. You need a big dish to pick this up though. NRB, Auctions Network Revival, and yeah, just Retro TV and Coultry and used to be a lot more. Like used to be a ton of Retro TVs. I think it might be possible to be able to watch Retro TV online. That's another trick with this site too. You can find their websites and of satellite channels and stream the content if you don't have a dish. Or you're like me, you got a dish that's just out of whack. You're not pulling in everything. Jewelry. BTV. And then here's the KU band channels. There used to be a ton. I've done several videos on all the KU band channels that used to be in 117 West. I refer to it as 117 or 116.8. And a lot of them are gone now. There still is BYU TV, which is free to air, but there's really not a whole lot on there at this time. And I think BYU, you can pull in, you go to their site and watch a lot of their content. A lot of these channels have that availability. 118, 123, a few feeds, religious channels on C-band, WGN sports feeds. Universal feeds, lots of stuff is encrypted here. Just some Daystar and KBS Worlds and Blockstream. Yeah. Yeah. Did I miss a satellite in here? Wow. I'm doing this live, so I'm probably going to make a mistake somewhere. That's for you in the chat or in the comments after this video. You can. Did I not talk about 105 West? I don't think I talked about that. Gonna rewind here. Let's set back there for a sec here. All right, here, back to the chat. Yeah, it used to be CTV was on 107 West. And a bunch of CTVs, like all across the nation, which was the cool thing when CTV was on, across Canada. It had the East, West, it had Newfoundland, Quebec, and the Western provinces feeds. But they showed the same CTV news loop out of Toronto. Yeah, you're talking about how satellites were launched in 2023, Patrick, and how so TV signals can stay in the air from roughly 2038, but they're meant for professional receivers. Yeah, probably to have like the backup. One thing I found, and we're on the right topic here too for this, for special interests in North America, different in Europe, the satellite uplink companies in North America will make it hard for like certain special interest groups to get a satellite feed. They'll charge like an exorbitant amount of money, more than what they'll charge other people for whatever reason. I don't, they won't make it easy to get on satellite. I found that's what happened with it. That's what InfoWars said anyway. It was hard. They had a hard time getting on satellite. They met the right people that would uplink it. Okay, so here we got 105 West. Did I go through that? I feel like I didn't talk about this. I might have skipped this one. Sorry. Out of order here. YTV, Pursuit Channel, other Skyview Networks radio programs, ESPN Radio. There's another TBN, and religious channels there. Earth X TV, which is a specialty channel. Then there's InfoWars, Infowars.com. What does it say about their audio? Because I do know their audio is always out of sync, and maybe a weekend will happen, and then they'll be back in the sync. The VA Knowledge Channel, and yeah, that's all really there is on 105 West. Gosh, I hope they add more channels to KU band. I wish the uplinking companies would make it easier for maybe some interesting special interest groups to be able to broadcast on because there is competition now, and they should lower their prices, but they don't seem to want to do that. So anyway, yeah, InfoWars over on 105 West. It has moved over the last couple of years or whatever. Is it 1080p? It is 1080p. It used to be only 720p, but since they moved here. Yeah, sound sync issues. I'm able to fix it with like streaming software, but it is a bit of a pain. So let's move back to, let's see here, the other side of the arc, and I'm just going to close some of these tabs here. Like Gene Scott with a ton of glasses on, opening a bunch of tabs on my computer. Where did I get that? I don't know, but did they say 121 west? Because I know these satellites, and Patrick was just mentioning that they were put up there for broadcast use. There's BYU. Oh yeah, I wanted to look to see if BYU had their site had a live. They do have a live. Yeah, they have a watch live option over on BYU as well. I had a friend, he's like from the BYU crowd, and I was gonna set him up a satellite dish, and BYU was moving to different satellites so much. Let's give a thanks to our sponsor. Well, they're not really sponsoring this video, but if you do need a satellite dish, I think you can go to Tech 2000. They did provide the satellite dish that I use. And not sure if they have dishes available. That's just an actuator. That's like a small actuator. Mesh dishes. I'm off on a rant. Anyway, 116, we looked at that one. 121. Real classic. Okay, these are all encrypted. I looked at that already. 123. We're looking at that. And then KBS World. Yeah, so we looked at 123. 125. Here, sorry. All right, back on track now. We're 125 West. Bunch of encrypted channels. Okay, we have a few feeds that are unencrypted. We have EST is, according to this, is in the clear. That's the date that they said. I'm not sure if that's in the clear or not, but I don't really watch E. And I feel that, oh yeah, TBS. Ooh. Okay, what satellite is this again? 125 Galaxy 14 TBS. Is that, could I get a second witness on that? Is TBS in the clear? I maybe you might want to put that on. Watch AEW wrestling. I don't know. Yeah, so TBS. Whoa. East HD? Don't tell anybody. Gosh. So TBS is in the clear, which is cool. I loved TBS as a kid. That was like my go-to channel. Before we had MeTV, there was TBS. Yeah, a bunch of other cable channels that are encrypted. But hey, oh yeah, they're DigiCipher. But, yeah, 125 West. C-band has, like, that's like 2 channels. I know, that sucks. There used to be so much more. And honestly, there used to be a lot more channels on C-band. I don't know. It's definitely, like, I had anxiety about doing this video because I was like, the hobby is not as grand as it was. And it like sickens me to say that. I guess, that, and then I'm having a hard time because of the 5G to pick up channels on the C-band dish, like with my little 8-footer. And then I'm also at the point now, do I actually need to take the time and effort to eventually someday upgrade to a 10-footer? If that's even going to give me issues. Reels channel, Bloomberg, JBS. I don't know, I'm passionate about this hobby. I love satellites. You guys love satellites. I think I'd still be into this and tinkering around with it. So there is reels. That's like one of the last. But it's like you need that bigger dish to pick it up. So haven't been bothering. If someone watching this, because like sometimes they watch this and they watch the replay. If reels is easier to pick up, let me know. Give me a DM on that, please. What else? RFD. That's all there really is there, is reels. I mean, this satellite did have NASA, which I really wanted to follow. How brought to you by AI, the next moon mission. 127. Let's move on to, I think we got 129 tabs. Yeah, so there's Reels. What do they even show on Reels now? Like, because I think Reels went from being a just Reuters on KU band. I'd never tuned that in myself, really, to be honest with you. I can get Reuters on my, was it on either the Roku lineup or the Pluto TV lineup? I have those two apps on my streaming TV. You didn't get my email. Reels has like shows now. America's Most Wanted, quiz. It's not like movies anymore. It's turned into like cable reality TV, I guess. Is that an accurate description of what Reels is? Cops Reloaded, Jail, Cops Reloaded, like just looking at their schedule. So I don't really see any initiative really to, for me, maybe you like this stuff, and that's cool. I'm not against people liking stuff that's different than me or whatever. Cool. But I just feel that Reels is not movies. There's China. There's Elvis. It's like the celebrity deaths and documentaries, I guess. It's like the dark side of celebrities. It's like biography. It's like biography. The worst case scenario biography channel. Trying to move that. Yeah, wow. Anyway, yeah, they have all these docs. Anyway, where are we? 127, that's Reels. Okay, so we looked at Reels. Did I not pull up 129? I know these satellites have maybe some stuff on it. All right, I'm going to go to the chat here. We'll look at the chat here for a second here. Okay, I'm going to go off camera here to read the chat. It's my eyes. I do have my reading glasses on, but it's like, well, I have to be like right at it. Oh, Patrick has no problem getting Reels. Yeah. Yeah, you got a 10-footer, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so 129, just Reuters. Okay, I looked at that already. But I mean, I don't want to be doom and gloom or anything because like KU band has like I probably use my KU band dishes more than when I'm using C band at this time, and it's mainly because like I can't get the extra MeTV channels. It's either like my prayer right now, I guess it's kind of a selfish prayer. If I could get like channels either over the air or on my satellite dish, because I'm close to the U.S. border, so I can pull in, would be the MeTV channels with like MeTV Tunes and the Story TV. Is that even a channel anymore? I don't even think I saw it on that list. But that was the one I really liked, was the Story channel, but it was like the old History channel. So 131 West, you get like a Turner Sports Bis. Okay. All encrypted over here. Okay, so why everything on here is like encrypted cable channels like HDNet movies and all that. Okay, so 131. Let's go to. I think a lot of these, like you might not be saying, it might be a diamond in the rough here, but it's way slow. I clicked on the Reels. Yeah, we talked about Reels. More encrypted channels here. Oh, free to air. HBO feed east, whatever that is. HBO feed west. Billy Sports promo. There you go. There's EWTN, the Catholic channels there, east and west. Those ones come in. So those have been on satellite for years as well. 133. Let's go to 135. Less diamonds in the rough now, I guess we could say. There's less diamonds in the rough for satellite TV. Yeah, this looks like more religious channels, more Christian channels or whatever. You know, it's in-demand pay-per-view. Is that? No. I know some of you boys saying, "Oh, there's the Playboy channel." Yeah, it's encrypted. I know. Anyway, 35, 137. Let's see here. A data channel. There we go. Nothing. Nothing on there. 139. My actuator can't even reach. I really hope they don't put more satellites way west of the arc, because it's a pain for me to move. Oh yeah, so these are FTA but spot beamed, eh? Yeah, it's just PBS channels again. And someone said in the chat, all there is PBS and religious channels. And I'm like, you can get a streaming device or you can get an over-the-air antenna. And I think there is a few news, like for me, it's news channels. That's like my killer app for satellite, is news channels and news feeds. I feel like I really got to jump on. Okay, so we went all the way to the west of the arc. I kind of started at 97. I don't think there's anything on 95, but we'll have a quick look just to see if there is something on here. Nothing. It used to be, well, it used to be the CCTV channels way long time ago. 93. Yeah, we do have quite a few to go through here on CBS feeds, which are 422. I don't play around with this stuff too much because, as I said before, I get all the main networks over the air. I think I get them all. I think I got NBC, I got Fox, CBS, ABC. I think I got them all on the over the air. So I don't really have to mess with them. Like if there's something I really want to watch, it's available. And then there's the Saturday Night's Main Event, free to air, really. And then CW Network. I gotta pee. Okay. All right. I don't have any video to play. No, I don't. What are we gonna do? All right. Give me a sec here. I'll be right back. Mute. All right, I'm back. Hopefully my mic wasn't on when I went to the washroom, like last time. It was like something out of The Naked Gun, where he went into the bathroom with his microphone. You could hear him peeing. And it was awful. Don't go back and watch that last stream I did. It's embarrassing. All right. So there's, yeah. Where are we at? 93, 91. Now there's a whole bunch of like satellites, but it's all like spread out, like where there's 1 or 2 channels, you know, spread out everywhere. So the C-band side, BYU, it's been there for a long time. I always found BYU, I was able to pick it up on a small dish even when we were playing around with that. I don't even know if I should even try putting a C-band LNB on my 4-foot dish. It did work before, but it was, I don't know, just, what's this? On UTV, is it like part of the TCT? Good Morning TV and SBN. Looks like religious content. Fan Do Racing. Oh, anyway, these are encrypted. Yeah, not a whole lot there. I mean, it used to be, I feel like there was a few more here before, but everything is gone. Streaming killed the satellite. Streaming killed my voice sucks at singing. But I mean, don't cry. Don't cry. Just get like a Roku, or what's the other one you can get? Get a Roku or a or any streaming box, even the Google TVs or whatever. Everything's geared towards streaming. Like you buy a new TV now, you got to register it online and get it ready for. So you're the product in a sense, because they want you to. Now, if you don't want to do that, this is the way to do it. But then there's less stuff to do it, less stuff to be able to receive with a satellite these days. NFL, there's WWE, Oscar. There's WWE feeds, but it looks like they encrypted there on 89 West. And really, I want to jump to, yeah, good. 87 West at least has a few KU band channels still available on it. And I'm going to look at the chat. If I need to jump east somewhere where there's something decent, worthwhile watching, like Cuba Vision or something like that for the movies on the weekends. Okay, AEW, but it's encrypted. Okay. Oh, okay. That's all there really is some WWE feeds. Now, this is what's reported on here. Yeah, just wrestling feeds on 87 C-band. Okay, so I guess they don't have the channels that used to be there. Sinclair feeds. So one thing I gotta say is keep doing a blind scan on 87 West KU band, because there is some the Sinclair channels sometimes will put like 3 of their over-the-air channels up on the satellite here. So if you do a blind scan, sometimes you'll find them, but they come and go frequently. LPB, LPB Kids, LPB3, and LPB, which are, I find this signal on this satellite for the PBS channels is a little bit better than, so I keep my motorized dish parked on 87 West. And then there's the CNN News Source channel, News Source feeds, which are channels. They are not CNN, like the main feed, but what they are is the News Force, the raw feed. So when they have anything like a Congress meeting or live press conferences that have national interest, they are on this up here. So this is kind of a cool thing to have. I've even thought like, hey, I should like cover news. If I was like a news reporter, I would go to these feeds like other news outlets have been doing. But I don't think I'm gonna, start the Robbie News Network or anything like that. I'm just something fun to check out. As a matter of fact, you know what? Why the heck not? Let's see if there's anything worthwhile checking out now. I will do a little trick here. And go to my modulator. And this segment's been brought to you by... I don't know if I want to show this content, so... Yeah. So anyway, I got the serve stuff going on there. This is Newsmax. This is off my Shaw Direct dish. And anyway, they're showing news content here over on that. I'm just going to go back and to look at these feeds just to give you an idea. I think we're okay if I have the screen up here. Just use my remote here. This remote is amazing. So if the wind didn't knock, now I'm doing all this and I bet you it's gonna be botched. So that's the PBS channels there. I wonder if that will come in. So these are like the news feeds. This is what it looks like on those feeds here. So it's like randomly going through it. And there's a picture of a cactus. Oh yeah, someone's setting up the camera. So they're setting the camera up here live. CNN News. Whoa. They're setting up the camera. Making sure the lighting's right. I think it's 3 where Trump. That's the Trump channel. If you want to watch Trump, I think he's on NS3. Earth Cam. Another Earth Cam, just a picture of the mountain. He's skiing the K12. I want my $2. There's the other feed here. This is the, looks like Congress. Oh yeah, they're doing that. It looks like Rand Paul and Senator Peters. There's a pier. It does a funny thing when I switch the channel. There's some big waves there. Earth Cam, it looks snowy wherever that is. And there's the Florida channel. Didn't see the White House on there. Usually they'll have like a feed on these channels where they have the White House. And yeah, this was like watching like, raw satellite. Oh, it froze up on this guy. I'll go to the next. But it's also, I'm using the remote extender, so that can botch me out too. Didn't like that I turned it on and off. Anyway, I'll minimize that. Anyway, that was kind of a look before it froze on us. It probably will come back in a minute. Anyway, that's the CNN news source feeds. And then there's the Florida channel. That's what we saw there. And then there's the lottery feeds. Anyway, it's a fun satellite, though. I have some fun with this. I probably got to restart my receiver or something. I don't know why it botched on me like that. Here, I'll do... This is probably why people say the GT media is junk. It's because they put this in here. So, like, go back to the Florida channel and hit down. Oh, yeah, there's the lottery feed. The lottery feed, which is interesting because it's just... There, this video is going to play again. It screws up the video sometimes, and, like, these cheap receivers, I do have to, like, unplug them and plug them back in. and then they work again. I don't know. I'm, MacGyver music playing, and it's like, yep, just. I don't think UFC's on now. Probably a PBS. Or just like, there's color bars too. You'll scan in and all you see is like color bars. And there. Anyway. There he goes. There's a guy with a cactus. It's a Cactus Jack. Just not much going on here. I'll look at the chat right now and just read the chat. Well, this guy's setting up a camera. Exciting stuff. Patrick is like Lower West Sats. Okay. Are we mic'd? What satellites can you get the west coasts of the United States? I moved to New Mexico from Michigan. Was wondering if we can get extra. I would try for the all there really is the, I guess it's just PBS channels now, but it was the Alaskan channels, which I guess a lot of people cannot pick up, but some people are able to. Is that just a free shot, or is that guy just standing there? Hey, Patrick, is this guy just trying to make himself look really professional? He's like, getting $60 an hour, but he, just make yourself look busy. He's looking at his phone and just like, hey, look, we're on satellite. I just changed it just as people walk by. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. So it's going to be like the press secretary. You get the whole thing live. That had me worried for a sec. Here. No, whoops. I messed up the chat. Make that big. All right, I'm going to put that there. And we'll just kind of, maybe we'll monitor this feed here. We'll monitor what's going to happen when you look at the channels on satellite. How's that sound? Oh, no. Okay. All right, so back to the topic of today's video, which is, the topic today is which satellite channels are available. All right. I guess we'll keep moving along. What's your favorite satellite channel? 87, 85, anything on 85. Oh, I timed out my time on the site. Wish I could always keep this on top. There we go. Anything on 85? Nothing. Nada. Nothing on 85. Let's look at 83. Back in 83. Nothing on 83. Robbie, this is the most exciting stream you've ever done. For a second, I thought that was the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He's the American Dream. He's just a common man with a DSL camera. Okay, that's not Dusty Rhodes. Okay, that's not Dusty Rhodes. He's not the American dream. American dream. Just a common man. Redneck funky, that's okay. What satellite is this? It's not even listed, man. All right. I don't know where there is anything except for like 65. Maybe there might be something on 70. I don't know. There, tab. This channel, this satellite here used to be like a go-to for like satellite for. Oh. When did this start? Oh, this has been there for a few years. Retro TV is up here. Is that KU-band? Yeah, it is KU-band, but it's like BCT. What's that? Bitcoin encryption. I don't know. Come on, turn off the encryption for retro TV. Come on. Bahamas. Yeah, because they were like all in the clear at one point. Whatever. All right. 77 West, bunch of Spanish channels. 125 C-SPAN. Did I mention that? I guess it is. It's all encrypted with DigiCipher. Yeah, I looked at that one already. Let's go east now. It's time. We're going east now. Which one did I open? Was it 72.2? I can't remember. Latin America, Atlantic. Was this the one that had like a few of the transatlantic KU-band channels, or was it 31, or is it 34? One of these has transatlantic channels. 72 West has the Assembly channel. Legislative Assembly. Oh, okay. I was looking for that. Okay, this is the new Nimic. Okay, so I've answered my question. Oh, frig. For real? I need to put that little plastic plate in my LNB to be able to watch this. I don't have that plate in the LNB, the whatever you call it, the plate you stick in the LNB when you buy an LNB. There's not a whole lot of need for it, so I never really bothered with it. Would it affect my other channels? I thought it might have, so I took it out, and then I just never bothered with it again. I could get this online, and plus I'm not going to aim a dish way over to 72 just for that. All right, 30 degrees west, Hipsan. We're just going to wrap this up. If I missed a few channels, just let me know in the comments, in the description. I'm just doing the rundown. And it's kind of a sad story of satellite, I guess, because like so many channels have gone away. But it has like a few key, like for me, news channels, and that's all I care about. So at least that's on. But then when that goes, I'm going to cry. No more news channels. Spanish channels, whatever. Oh, yeah, that's like a promo channel or something. Radio France International. Yeah, I guess this is the satellite here but that really doesn't have much. It used to have like almost to the like it was like the Eastern Galaxy 19 was 30 West, but not so much now. Not a whole lot there. 31 West, not much there. All right, we're gonna open up the voice chat. If I missed anything, I kind of went through a lot of it. 34 Intelsat 903. Maybe this is newer or Caribbean beamed, so it might not work here. And it has like 91 channels. Several Spanish, French. All right. Hey, if you want to join me over on Discord, call in. We'll talk for a bit right toward the end here. We'll have the open discussion. I kind of went through the channels. May have missed something here. I'm not sure. Yeah, the dielectric plate. Dielectric? Word, I was going to not pronounce that correctly or something. All right, Discord. Switch device. There's Patrick. I don't know if I could turn my audio on. You hearing my audio?
Yeah, we can hear you on Facebook, but since you're earlier than your YouTube feed, I cut the YouTube feed.
Yeah, I cut the YouTube feed. Yeah, it's just gonna. Yeah, yeah. So there's definitely not as much channels as there was like last few years. There's been a huge decline in C-band channels. I think I gotta say though, KU band has been decent for news channels.
Come again?
KU band has been decent for news channels, but not really like. But everything else is like there's streaming, right? Like so, it's not necessary really. I don't know. I felt I got my over-the-air options, I got my streaming options, and the satellite is primarily for news. And
it's like women, you need to have options.
Well, and yeah, so that's can I make this its own window? I think I can pop this out and make a window of this somehow. Yeah, pop out. There we go.
Oh, you're cutting out.
You went into the Saturday. Oh, okay. Oh, hey guys, we're in the Saturday. I just jumped in the Saturday chat room. Here, let me make this that and take this.
It used to be Saturday, yeah.
It used to be Saturday when we did this one day, but yeah. Where's my player?
Oh, the gang is there.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got the news feed here. Off via satellite. Wonder what's happening with that guy walking down the street there. Or he's standing in front of his tripod looking at a cell phone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, it's changed. It's this reporter here. So this reporter here is standing. Okay, the guy's still there with this tripod. He's like, okay, my tripod. I tried to stand it, and oh yeah, you're walking in our shot.
I think the guy that was making the feed needed to have some action, someone moving, so he knew that his feed was up,
Yeah.
Oh, that's I see. It's more interesting,
Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. I was watching your live, Robbie.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. The free-to-air channels are getting very, very rare these days.
Are you in Europe?
Yeah. I'm in Europe.
So has it dropped in Europe? Like, have you noticed that? Like, that's one thing I was curious about. Like, it's really dropped in Canada and U.S., North America. But Europe used to be like a gold mine of channels. And is it still? I don't know. Is there still a lot of free-to-air channels on, or is everything?
Yeah. It is. There is a lot of free channel. On the 13 East Hotbird, there is over 400 or 300 free-to-air channels only on Hotbird, and there is quite a good channels. Then in Astra 19.2 East, there is a lot of German, very, very good channels, like MTV, free-to-air, TLC, Eurosport, Disney Channel, all those channels for free.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can watch soccer also on ZDF, IRD, and a lot of new movies. They speak German, but for those who are using free-to-air channel, it's quite good.
Right.
On top of that, you can use some you know, I don't know if I can't say it, but you know,
No,
some
but yeah, we
piracy
don't talk
to
about
get,
that. We don't talk about that here. We just talk
yeah.
about the free available channels. Yeah, and don't ask me. That's one thing. Yeah, you guys know this, but yeah, just don't ask me. I have like anxiety about doing this because like people are like I get asked a lot like for how can I do things that, and I don't want to answer that. I don't want to get into that. It's like going up to someone, hey,
Yeah.
can I buy some cocaine off you? No, it's a I don't want to go into. I don't want to be doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you're right, bro. And you risk getting strikes over your channel too, because that's yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, piracy. So
yeah. So I'm not promoting that. Like what I promote is the hobby of like being able to get free stuff, and through this, and I'm almost at a point now. Like I was encouraging people, hey, you should get, it's a good, really cool hobby to get into, but now I'm like, I'm not sure. Like I don't, it's really up to you. Like the C-band is kind of it's right now it's almost really not worth the effort. KU band is, but C band is really I don't know. I feel like the effort for C band is maybe not so much worth it. What do you guys think?
yeah,
That's your point, Robbie. I wish
yeah,
to add. I wish to add something.
Yeah.
For the C band, you need to be technically inclined to find this rewarding, yeah, as an hobby, you know.
Yeah.
Because Rise is not enough anymore, like you said. But if you're kind of technically inclined and you have some kind of interest in telecommunication and you're also good with computers, this could be fun too. This could still be fun, you know.
Yeah, it's not necessarily for like the person who wants to just like, an addition to over the air, like having a good antenna. I mean, I would say the KU band dish is still good because like with all the news programming, and I'm gonna still continue to use mine. This thing's, I don't know if it's like my thing. Yeah, there's a circle in the middle of it. I'll just hit the button one more time, see if that, because it could be their feeds. Scrolling. Yeah, that's their feed. That's the satellite feed. It was like streaming something and it was buffering.
Robbie,
yeah.
aren't you afraid that the AI might
There's
tag
no
this?
oh wait, let's say EarthCan. I'll go to the next one.
Oh, that's true. There's no people on that one.
Yeah, there's no people. It's just kind of like your background feed, but I don't think they'll, as long as you're not showing the TV logo. Where I got dinged before, even just like showing my TV what it could do, it had the CBS logo in the side of the screen. And so you want to avoid stuff like that because oh yeah, now this froze. The CBS logo is what, like, just showing it was showing a promo, which is a promo. You should be able to, like, promos are promos, right? You should be able to.
Yeah, from my own experience as a video editor in television, I can tell you that even promo are copyrighted. They need to manage their advertisement themselves. They don't want to lose control on this too. So
yeah. Anyway, it's just just showing you what the feeds look like on. I find it takes a while for the receiver to buffer to be able to. Like for the NSCH3s, see how I just did that? It takes a second for it to, you're what might be watching the satellite feed, so it might take a second for it to go away.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on the bit rate.
Yeah.
Something you have some feeds with high bit rate, and it depends also on your receiver. If you have something with good specs, it streams it right away. But if you have something like with an old processor, it might take some delay to stream it.
that's why you should use a DVB card instead.
Yeah, that's the best. DVB cards are the best, because It depends on your PC hardware and plus the multitude of decoders on the software. So
And also the video cards is a great part of this. Most of the time, it will decode the video in hardware. So you have, if your software is good, everything is set right, your DVD card will work with your NVIDIA card, and all those things together make you a powerful receiver.
yeah, because there is a lot of feeds with the 422, but there is no STB that can decode that. For the moment, there is only DVB cards, and also if you can stream relate on like Apple TV or an Android TV box, but STBs they cannot decode those 4.2.2.
And guys, what it means? You all know what it means, a 422?
Yeah, go ahead and explain that, please, Patrick.
I will make it short. It's simply the color space. It's the subsampling of color space. It's based on the old analog ways of compression color, because that's the color that takes too much space. So in fact, what is it? It is 4 is it means that it's, let's put it that way simply, it's the green, okay, and 22 is have the sampling of color for the green and the blue, the red and the blue. So 422 means less color than less definition in the color than the green color. And what we usually have is 420. It doesn't mean that there's no red, but it means that there's a red one line
today?
I think it's one line, one of the two lines. So it's all color subsampling for less bandwidth. And 422 is better than 420, obviously. And as an example, DV and mini DV and DV cam is 411. In NTSC, it's 420 in PAL, from what I remember. So many color scheme to compress color, and it's based on the same way that we did with the analog ways in the days of Betacam, SP, and stuff like that.
My eyes are not so good anymore. So this is my camera for my home videos. And my other camera is that 4K camcorder, which is a little bit better than this. But really, if I'm sitting back watching... Yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, we were talking about camera quality, video quality, and all that. But I've gone for just like doing home videos and stuff like that, because I have this thing captures the moments, my cell phone video. So I'm using my cell phone a lot more than what I was using my camcorder for. My camcorder is a lot better than my cell phone. It's actually 4K. It does high resolution, and I like having stuff home videos mastered in that. But for most of like our home videos, because there's always moments that just happen on the spirit of the moment, I could pull the phone out, which is always in my pocket, and then convert it all to a video. So, but I mean, what my point is, I guess, is I don't really care about video quality. It's like one of those things where there's better technology, but most people will settle for, it's like VHS and beta. It's for SP record speed or SLP. People will just go for SLP just because you're able to fit more on a tape. If we go back to those days, and streaming, we can watch a movie on a 4K or on a 4K Blu-ray DVD, but most people are just going to watch it on streaming on the internet on Netflix. And probably a Blu-ray DVD is going to look a lot better than streaming, but
obviously.
But like that's like if you're staring at the screen like this and you want to not see the pixels. I don't know. I don't notice the difference. Like
I tell you, Robbie, that the main difference is if you have 120-inch screen with a 4K projector in your basement, I can tell you, you will see the difference between streaming and your Blu-ray. You bet you will see the difference. I can tell you that for sure. So it depends on many things, but you gotta remember, folks, most of the time in cinema, those movies are mastered at 2K, so that's not far from HD television. So, when you go to the cinema, it's the quality of the DCI, the video package they make for the projector. It's the colors, the stuff like that.
You keep
But
talking there,
what
Patrick.
you
I'm just going to
think
grab something.
in cinema, it's only about 2K, you know.
I'm just grabbing some bread out of the freezer here. I'm gonna have. There we go. Got it here.
You're
Let that
cutting out.
thaw. I gotta bake this thing here. I don't know if I should let. I don't know if I have any time to let this thaw now. Oh, this was our lunch. This and some. Let's put that over there. It's lunchtime. Thanks for joining me over in Europe. And I actually thought we're gonna get more Europeans because it's like prime time in Europe when I'm doing this stream. And I do get I do get Europeans because like, so I have 3 kids. I got a full-time job and I got like a lot of things on the go. So I thought of streaming on Saturday night, but then it's like it's hard for me because like I want to spend time with my family and not focus on doing a stream. So that's why I do it Thursdays. Thursdays in the morning. It just works for me. Detrimental to my YouTube channel, but it's the time I have available, and I'm not going to let my YouTube channel run my life. I'm going to let enjoy my life and not be like a slave to being on YouTube for like a couple $100 a month.
Yeah, you're right. Here it's almost 6 p.m. So I'm
Yep.
already off work, so that's why I tuned in. I'm a big fan of satellite dishes. I'm doing this since I was 12 years old, and now I'm almost 37. And here we have, like you said, a plethora of satellite, especially in Q-band. We have a lot of satellite with free air TV. We have a couple of satellites with over 1,000 channels, including paid and free to air. And C-band, it's not that common here because most of
Yeah, they have so much
satellites
KU band. Yeah, and it's like
are using Q-band.
yeah.
You don't need to cover that much territories. That's why C-band was not a big thing in Europe, because your footprint for many countries are quite smaller than Canada and the States. So you don't need the C-band to cover all this.
Yeah, that's right. Because when I go to vacation in Africa, for example, in Morocco, to be we have the same satellite as Europe. So we catch hotbird, we catch Astra easily with dishes from 60 centimeters. So Africa,
Yeah.
North Africa and Europe, they are in the same spots. So
Yeah, and we also need to understand, as Americans here and Canadians, that in Europe the difference is that it never been that much of antennas and stuff like that. You always have a satellite, and you always had in a freeway from the early 90s. The last you had it from a long time.
There must
It's
have been
always been
antenna
free.
prior to satellite. There probably was terrestrial antenna, and an antenna was a thing.
terrestrial antennas, and then after we had satellite, and the satellites are still big here because there is remote places there we cannot receive the terrestrial channels, TNT, we call that TNT, So we still use satellite, like in mountains and remote areas.
It's like my dream of a European vacation is to play with to go set up a satellite dish in Europe and seeing what I can get. Well, I'll do some videos on it. Like, yeah, anyone want to sponsor me on a European trip? Bring my family over and spend a month there to figure out what's on satellite there.
Yeah, if you come to France, I'll be glad to host you here. You're welcome. So
I can tell you the train between Montpellier, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, in Paris, is fast.
If you need some translation, I could be there too. So
When they say it, one train passes the other and one's going like 190, yeah, it moves.
Yeah. My English isn't that good, so just bear with me.
Yeah, we're talking about doing a high-speed rail here in Canada, like from Montreal to Toronto. But
a joke.
it is a joke. It's like, we're gonna do this, and how many decades will it take for them to do it, and how many? It's a big land grab for people, and it's also it's beneficial to Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto. But anyone between there, they're going to get their land. They got to go to Ottawa or Montreal or Toronto to get on the train. So, yeah, it's people. It sounds good, but then when you realize how it's going to be implemented and how many holes are going to fall into, like it's gonna, and will it actually follow through after all these years? Who knows?
The problem is that the economics is not there. We're not Europe. We don't move that much from those cities. You know, it's more like a long trip, even with that. So you won't have anyone.
Well, our friend in France will be able to tell us that the high-speed rail in Europe, it's still cheaper to fly than to take their train. So it's like,
yeah,
no, it's not that cheap. You know.
yeah.
I rarely use travel by train in Europe. You know, planes, flies. We say flies, yeah. Are much cheaper than trains here because I don't know. For a 300 kilometers journey, you have to pay almost 55 euros. So that's too much for a 3 kilometers.
You gotta understand here that the train we're talking about is gonna cost us about $150 to move from place to another.
Yeah.
150 bucks. That's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. The economics doesn't work for the for North America, you know.
Yeah, I use it to take. I use it to take plane ticket from France to Morocco for 25 bucks.
What the heck? Wow.
What?
Yeah. And when I say the 25 bucks, it's for 2 ways, not just for going there, but to come back to. Yeah.
You gotta understand
That's
here
crazy.
that a ticket plane from here to France is way cheaper than here for here is Quebec. From if I want to go to BC to the other part of Canada, it's gonna be way pricier than going to France. So.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's because mainly I heard why. Mainly because the airport are not subsidized at all by cities and stuff in Canada compared to the States and other places. So we use the airport and all that goes with it as a way to take taxes.
I don't know, but those prices here are offered by the low-cost companies like Ryanair or if you.
I see. We ran out those low cost here from out of business, so that the main have money to
No, here,
we run out of business.
Yeah. Here they are working very good. They have a lot of customers. There is a lot of tons of planes every day all over Europe, Africa. So that's why they making money over very very low amount of money over a big amount for a big flight.
Oh, I got a question
that's
for you.
why
So,
Yeah.
and excuse us for going off to the satellite topic, but one question, we'll have to go back to satellite.
We're gonna get back.
So, in Canada, a lot of Canadians go to Cuba. That's where they like to travel. So you said you went to, was it Morocco? Is where you guys go from France to go for vacation, like cheap vacations? Affordable vacations.
I go there because I'm originally from Morocco. So I'm living in France, but I go 2 times a year to Morocco by plane.
Nice.
So it's just over 2 hours and a half from where I live to Marrakesh. I don't know if you know Marrakesh in Morocco. So that's it. 2 hours and a half. Yeah.
Oh,
It's more a family tradition than what people are used to do, is what you're telling us.
Yeah. North Africa in general, it's cheap destination for European because of because for example in Morocco, €1 equals over 10 dirhams, the local currency.
So Robbie, it's about the same case as with Cuba, but since last week, Cuba has no fuel. So if you go there with a plane, they won't. Hey, you won't leave. You won't go back. So you're stuck.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my time zone. My time zones here.
Unfortunate.
The time zone map here. So your time is, well, you're in France. So there's a time zone stretch out that way? There you go.
We have a unified time zone. It's not like in the US or I don't know, Canada. It's same as USA.
Oh, it's stretched.
It's 4 time zones.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in Canada, we have 5 time zones because then there's the Atlantic where they couldn't agree upon.
Yeah, there's like a half hour delay in Newfoundland, Labrador.
Yeah, because in China they have a unified time zone. Even it's a big country. It's like almost like USA, but they unify the time. So here in Morocco, here in France and Morocco, we have also a unified time. In France now it's GMT +1, and we added 1 hour in summer, and same in Morocco.
Yeah, because when you look at the world map, you can see that even in China and Morocco, they have different time zones, but just the country themselves have just decided to agree that they're just going to follow by one time zone that's centralized.
But
they've been divided into 5 or 6 like China. They just decided to use one.
Yeah, but what it's funny, if you live, for example, in the west of China, and someone else living in the far east of China, maybe you have you still have night in west, but in east, it's already they are already in the there is sun already all over. So, but they have the same time zone. So that's funny.
How do we get into time zones from satellites? I wonder. We went way off topic.
Just because the way we're talking about time zones and all that, we just
yeah. Well, I know we were talking about the Canadian government investing
Oh, and the light rail,
millions
yeah,
of dollars into railroad
billions,
stuff. Yeah,
60 billion.
Or-
Every
Yeah.
every Canadian will be paying, I think it was like something like $10,000 for every Canadian for a train to go to Montreal. I don't know. That was an estimate that Scott Reed was saying.
for a train that none of us are going to be able to afford or use.
Yeah.
It's like I heard something the other day about because in the medical field, everything still runs on faxes, right? So they apparently in 2017 they launched a project where they were going to modernize everything, and then I think a couple of years ago they finally abandoned the project after sinking $250 million into this new tech that never came to fruition. So that's $250 million wasted, and they're just sticking with fax since it's it's the most secure way, and it's the way that everyone knows still. So
it's slow as a molasses, and yeah, I don't know. It's like why not? Why is scanning a PDF and attaching it to an email no good? I don't know.
Because huge security issues. Because apparently fax is still the most secure way possible. Because with traditional landlines or fax lines, it's wire to wire, and with an email, anything can be easily hacked.
Yeah, email
and have everything compromised. That's why like medical centers, they have everything on an air gap network that it doesn't even connect to.
Yeah, but
it's not even like on a VPN.
Yeah, but landlines are not wire to wire. Like they're through IP basically. Like everything.
There's a lot of IP PBX exchanges now, but it's still in theory is better. I think for medical stuff they still keep landlines because that's the only way faxes still work is through actual copper lines and not.
I think they're
IP.
using intranet over. They have some sort of intranet, right?
For in each medical center they do. This is their own little local intranet, but it's not even like over VPN where it's air gapped over the World Wide Web to go to different places. It's just their own little local area network in each medical place, and then they use the fax to actually send information to other places, which then loads into their local network.
I think it's safer.
Yeah, and that's why they've stuck with it for so long. That's why they gave up on the modernization.
Well, they come up with ideas that don't work a lot, and or they go through with ideas that don't work a lot, and it's like, so it's very wasteful. That so it's
just think of what they could have done with that $250 million investing in. Say cancer research, right?
Yeah,
or stuff like that. Like think of how much
fixing roads, or just doing practical things like fixing
the things that actually
existing
fixing.
Infrastructure and trying to reinvent the wheel, and then that's
and then abandon it halfway through.
So the World Cup is approaching this summer. It's in Canada, USA, and Mexico, right?
It's the what that's approaching, sir?
The World Cup, Soccer World Cup 2026. I don't know if
the World Cup.
World Cup. World Cup soccer. You say soccer, not football, right?
Yeah, soccer. Soccer World Cup. Yes.
Football is handball.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
soccer is football. Football's handball.
Yeah, it will be big in North America, but not as big as Europe. I think Europe it's huge, and I don't know, it doesn't have as much of an audience in North America. They have their other sports as hockey and football and basketball are usually like I don't know. I don't even watch sports. Like I watch the stupid sport with the fake wrestling or whatever, and I know it's fake, but it's just like. And European, and actually the funny thing is Europe, they love wrestling probably just as much. It is like one of those.
I do watch UFC, MMA. I love MMA, but I don't like WWE and those show things.
I'm out of
Yeah.
watching WWE right now. I haven't been into it as much as I have. And it's easy for me to get it now. I don't have to like, move my dish. This is what I did 5 years ago. I had my dish parked on like, what was it, 101 West to watch Me TV and and movies and all that. And I would have to put it over, what was it, 58 West or 55 or 58 West? I forget.
55 West was what I believe you said
it was on
3
55
years
West.
ago.
And so I put it over there to watch Monday Night Raw. And and it was wintertime too, right? So like I had to do it at a certain time of the day when the sun hit my dish, so the actuator wasn't frozen. I didn't want to do it at night, so and then I'd let the dish sit there till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon to let the sun kind of hit the actuator, and then pull it back. This is my life in Canada, right? To watch wrestling.
Same in Morocco. I have over 10 dishes there.
Oh, you do?
From different. From different diameters. I have a nearly 2-meter dish. It's a polyester dish with a good LNB. We have a brand called Inverto Black Ultra. It's one of the best. So we use it often here to catch those faraway beams. So I use it to watch American sports on EFN, the American Forces Network.
Yeah.
And
it's in the clear. And it's in the clear in Europe, but it's encrypted. And I don't even think it's
it's encrypted, but like I said before.
No, but it was at one point. It was in the clear.
It's GT encrypted.
It's using power view, I think. Yeah, power view.
Don't say that word.
Yeah, but it wasn't at one point. There was a point when it wasn't. I think it wasn't at one point here in North America, but then they'll leave it in unencrypted for a while, but then it had everything on it. Basically, an a la carte of everything condensed into like their channel, the military channels.
You know what I could get back? Geez, I don't know if it's been like 10 years ago, but for like a month or month and a half, the channels on they were the BBC stuff, and I think it was 43 West or something like that, and it was they just
that's another
it's
thing.
Been a while, but
it should be on satellite for free. Like there's a lot more on free. Like BBC was free, and people were able to watch it in North America through the satellite. I don't know if back in the day you had to have like a PAL converter or something like that to be able to watch it this side. I think people had that technology if you had the money for it. But
no, this was circular, and it was legit. They did this. I forgot what the reason was, but it was only like a month and a half, and it might have been like 2017. And I said somewhere around like. And I had a 5 and a 6 foot dish on it, and I had to put the dielectric plate in because it was circular. But I was watching all these channels like, oh, this is cool. What's this? Different shows.
I have a friend. He has a 7 meters dish, and he can get a lot of US and Canada satellites. When they are
7 meters, is that a 12-footer?
Yeah, 7 meters. That's very, very big.
Meter, that's
that's
7 meter. That's like 18. That's an 18-footer.
I've seen one. Those are actuated with gears at the back and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're insane monsters.
And he has a big motor because he used it was motorized, and he has a couple of C-band LNBs and Q-band too. He used it to catch all the satellites that they are in the horizon. Those are over the horizon. It's impossible. So he used it to.
Yeah. Anyway, so I gotta wrap this up soon. But I had a question. Okay, well, hey, guys, I'm doing another stream next Thursday. I plan on doing. Okay. And then, it's like so what I'm gonna do is that we're gonna just do random searches of what the chat wants to search. So it'll just be like we're gonna like kind of like jump into rabbit holes. Okay, so like jump down rabbit holes, down like tech things or whatever. And so that's the plan for next Thursday at 10 o'clock. That's what I'm gonna do.
Cool.
One
It will
question
show off
I
some of my
had.
old laptops.
Yeah. My one question is, are you guys going to do the face verification for Discord? Because there's a lot of people saying Discord will be dying when they make you do a face. Like everyone won't use Discord anymore because they want to identify people who's using Discord. So throwing that question out to you guys.
I haven't
I don't
gotten
mind.
anything like that yet.
I don't mind.
If that does actually become a thing, then yeah, I'll be done with it. But as long as I don't get anything trying to verify my age, and usually when they do try to verify my age, they get it wrong anyway. On stuff like Facebook, when they banned me from Marketplace for whatever reason, thought I was under 18.
I can't even get.
But
I can't create a burner account on Facebook because like they want like face verification. I do it, and then I get it. They deny it. So I don't know.
They deny, yeah.
That's going to kill Facebook when they do that with their users. If they want
to kill social media.
Yeah, because there is a lot of fake account on Facebook. So
yeah, that's another thing that's killing Facebook is all the like it's like our satellite group on Facebook. It's like I don't like that. Yeah, join it up. It's just like I get so many. I have to wait till I can improve posts. And sometimes, like, someone's going to post something right when I'm going to go spend an 8-hour shift away from my computer or something like that, and then and I won't be able to approve it right away. Like, there's one guy. He did the. I never showed my pictures today. I had a bunch of pictures I wanted to show. I'll bring up the thing there for it. One, not that. Where is that image that we had? I had it in here. Somebody's mod that was in our group. He shared this. He's probably watching this. That's mine. Is it? I have like 40 pictures in here. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Here in Europe. That one there. That one. And I was not sure if that's gonna help much or not. Patrick could answer to this. It's coming up. This picture of the satellite dish. With my head hanging, floating in the air.
Yeah. The last time I was like really active in these chats, so that was years ago when I didn't have Facebook. So now that I remember there's a group, I'll try to join it.
Anyway, so there's he built an expansion plates to his KU band dish. He has that, and I guess it could work. Some people are saying it would work. My worry is when wind is going to hit your dish, because somebody did like
I know some guys in Morocco. They're
AM driving around my van.
Expansion. They do a lot of satellite dishes expansion, especially those aluminium dishes. They added the parts. I know personally a guy. He had a dish of 2.80 meters, and then he managed to stretch it to 3.10 meters, and it working very good, even with the wind and everything. Still fine.
Yeah.
Here, I'm driving my satellite van right now.
So Robbie,
what kind of dish is that?
Oh, go ahead.
That's an AI generated. That's what AI thinks a C-band satellite dish is. When you.
So Robbie,
I think this is the.
These are AI.
Of a broadcasting car for news.
There we go. There's.
I think Kurt had something to say.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Oh, are you still able to get the Syracuse channels?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Wintertime, I'm not sure if I'm able to get. I probably get the repeaters. Is what I'm pulling in now.
Yeah.
Like, what channel are you asking about?
Well, there's like consider it like Channel 5 and Channel 9. Those are ones.
Channel
those are the
9.
virtual channels.
Let's see if I can.
ABC.
Yeah,
There's an ABC one, and then the 5 would be CBS.
It's funny. I hear 5 and 9, and I think CBC and CTV because I'm within the receiving range of Toronto.
Here, I'm just doing a scan. So this is Watertown. That's Watertown's channel 8. All their sub channels.
Mm-hmm.
And there's CKWS. Are you able to pull in CKWS, Kurt?
I can't say I've tried. I mean, back when I was a kid, it used to be on cable channel.
Oh yeah,
Cable TV, that was.
There's 68 Fox and 43, but I think they're Watertown.
Yeah, Chex actually carries CKWS feed now, which is funny because why would Peterborough need to carry something from Kingston? And it's literally just a local feed of global.
So they do that here in Kingston as well. It's the same feed twice.
Yeah. Oh, so is Chex now on CKWS there?
Yeah. Here, let me show you. No, it's not Chex.
I see.
11.
Oh.
So no, it's CBC Toronto. See, it's like
that's
this.
Interesting.
It's the exact same. I'm not going to play it because of copyright, but it's the exact same feed as basically what because it was the Bancroft repeater. Of the Toronto feed, and then they switched it to they shut it down. So their answer to carrying the feed is they just carry it with as a sub channel on CKWS. And good on you if you have an antenna that can pull it in. And too bad that you live in Canada if you can't.
Yeah, because
now pay your taxes to the CBC now, and you'll owe nothing and be happy.
Yeah, because with at our bunkie, I had my portable TV, and I pulled in TVO in high definition out of it was right beside Bon Echo Park in Cloyne, and then the analog Global Toronto repeater that it was registered as Bancroft, but it was actually in a little small village called Venacar, which is far northeast of Bancroft. And so that was pretty strong and covered a lot of the North Frontenac area and even into Kingston and stuff like that on a good day. But then they shut that down, and now it's not worthwhile bringing my TV up just to get TVO. And you can't really that area. You can't really get CKWS anyway. Maybe I think at like 9:30 in the morning I could get it really pixelated for about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But unless you have a 40-foot tower in a good area on a hill, you can't get CKWS. So it's useless. And then they also shut down the CTV repeater, Channel 6. So it's really left a lot of people, the very few people up there who don't have satellite TV, paid satellite TV, there's really nothing left to watch antennas on. So then my uncle just took his antenna down and replaced it with a Starlink dish on it.
Yeah, that's everything's IP because corporations want to monitor and get analytical data on you when you buy a TV. Are you able to mute that? Your TV there. I'm gonna mute it. If you can. Oh, that's not you. That's that's you. The guy.
Oh, I see. Talking.
Yeah. He's just is that your satellite or is that your he's streaming his satellite? I just muted him so it doesn't go out through here. Sorry, what were we saying? Yeah, so when you buy a TV now, they want you to sign up for a Roku account or whatever your whatever the thing is. You don't just turn on the TV and plug in an HDMI cable. No, you have to register that thing on the internet.
I do know that.
There's a reason for that, Robbie. There's a reason for that. Your TV,
that's why it's so cheap.
You don't make money with the television itself anymore. So they're gonna make money with the data.
They want your analytic data. Yeah. I think somebody's at my door, and it's so it's time for me to quit. All right, guys.
All right.
Next Thursday, 10 a.m. We'll just chat about everything and do searches for you. You need to. You don't want to
Sounds good.
Google. You don't want to Google it. You can ask me, and you can Google it.
Sounds good.
All right,
See you later,
Jonathan.
Robbie.
You said Jonathan sounds like a bassy man. Like 5 years ago, you were like a little kid voice.
I know. I was. Yeah, I know. I'm 18 now. And,
Yeah.
the last time I chatted, I was 13. My balls had just barely descended.
It happens.
Good
It
talking to you,
happens.
Robbie.
All right, have a good day. Thank you for
You
joining
too.
me on the stream. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Have
thanks
a
for calling
wonderful-
from France there.
That 68 is out of
yeah.
Syracuse.
Too much French cheese here.
Yeah. All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you, guys.